Hey guys, welcome back to the CSRF with Golang project series. In the previous video, we worked on our update AutoConString function. Now we want to work on a refresh token string function. Revoke refresh token function. So basically what this function does is it just deletes the refresh token. That is it. And it's going to call the function in DB package. DB package will have a function for deleting our refresh token, which as you can see here, delete refresh token function. That's all that this function is going to do. But to be able to determine the ID of the refresh token that has to be deleted from our database, we don't have a real database, we're just storing everything in the memory, right? To be able to delete that, what you want to do is you want to first take the refresh token string and use that to get to the refresh token, and then use that to get to the token claims, and then the token claims will get access to the ID. I hope that makes sense. So you can't just get access to the refresh token ID from the refresh token string, right? The string is what we'll send to the front end or to the user, but he'll never have the actual refresh token claims and the ID which we want. Basically, we're storing that ID in our so-called database or the memory database. So the steps here are basically that you will use the refresh token string that this function will receive to get your refresh token. This is the first step. So use the refresh. This for the second step, you'll use the refresh token to get the refresh token claims. And the third step is deleting the refresh token using the method in the DB package that we have already created, right? So we have created so many of these helper functions for us in the DB package, and we're just going to be using the one to delete your refresh token. So let's start with what you've written here. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to accept in this function the refresh token string, which is of type string. Okay. And the way this works is you take a variable called refresh token and you use this function called .parse with claims. So in this previous function that we've made in the last video, I didn't explain a lot because we have been calling this function for quite some time. So I thought, why do again keep explaining it. But maybe you dropped off on this project and you're coming back after a long time. So I thought, let me just explain it again. So like in the last video, what we did was we got in this function, in the update AutoConString function, we were getting the refresh token string and the old AutoConString. So we created, so we got access to the refresh token, then we got access to refresh token claims, and these are the two steps that we want to do in this function as well. And after that, you basically used the database package that we'll use now as well. In the previous function, we just checked the refresh token, but now we will actually use that to delete the refresh token. Okay, so the process is going to be very similar. It's going to be refresh token string is what you'll pass here, and you'll pass models dot token claims. So you already know that this function, the parse with claims function, is a very popular function, and it takes in three things. The third thing being the function which takes in the token, token, and it returns an interface, or it returns an error, and it has a function definition. And this function definition, just like what you did in the last function, in the last video, in this last function, that what we did, basically returning verify key nil. Exactly, we're going to do the same here. So we'll say return verify key and comma nil. Okay. And this error out here, we want to handle that. So we'll say if error is not equal to nil, what do you want to do? You want to return errors.new. Let's say could not parse refresh token with claims. So right, And for the so now you have access to the refresh token, right? So you want to do the next step now. So the next step is using the refresh token to get the refresh token claims. So you'll say refresh token claims, that's the variable that you want, refresh token claims, and comma, okay, and refresh token dot claims dot models dot token claims. Okay, and here you want to say if not okay, and return errors dot new could not read refresh token claims. Okay, so you got access to the refresh token, you got access to refresh token claims. The last thing that you want to do now is deleting the refresh token using the method in the DB package. So in the DB package, as you know, the method is called delete refresh token. You want to call that function and delete it. But to be able to delete it, you want the particular ID of the refresh token that you've stored in the database, and that only is there with the refresh token claims. So how do you do that? You say db dot delete refresh token, and here you'll say refresh token claims dot standard claims dot id, and you'll say return nil. That's what you want to do. You basically wanted to delete this refresh token, and that's what our revoke refresh token function does. So I hope you have followed up till here. If you have any questions, any queries, any problems, any issues, put that in the comments below. Do subscribe to this channel because I keep coming up with such awesome content, right? Thanks a lot for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll tackle the update refresh token function. So thank you.